Hello everyone, welcome to Mayfield. That's part of it anyway. It's a village in East Sussex. I suppose the nearest big place would be Crow, I think. Yes, so let's explore, shall we? So this is Mayfield, or the outside of it anyway. This is where I parked my car at the village hall. As you can tell, it kind of needs doing up. Oh, and in case you're wondering, my keys. I haven't left them in the car this time. And the car is locked, I know, because I went back to check. I presume this is the edge of the village, because the pavement... Actually, it doesn't seem to stop, so... Before we go into the best bit, which is that way, let's explore this way a little bit. These things are always better when you don't have to look at my face, because I find... when I'm looking at the camera, or the camera's looking at me, I'll say it's a bit distracting. I never did learn to look at the camera directly. I'm getting better, mind you, but still got a long way to go. Okay, so Mayfield. I'll tell you a few facts. It is approximately 37 miles from London. It's in East Sussex, just off the A267. Population according to the 2011 census is about 3,700. That's about it, really. There's not much else to really say about this place. Although I do seem to have found the local fire station. In case you're wondering, that tower, you can just about see in the centre, is used for training. You see them, I'm not sure exactly what they do in those things. I imagine they practice running upstairs, carrying things. But you see them at most fire stations, so it obviously serves some important purpose. As you can tell, we're coming to the end here, so let's have a look here. Oh, the bus is driving. That bus will take you to Mayfield, where you get to change at Eastbourne, or change for Eastbourne, I should say. So that's the fire station. That is a field, I'm guessing, or another car park at least. No idea what for, but if we walk down, we shall find out. It's a gorgeous morning, isn't it, people? Look at it. Absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it's still January and it's still cold, but it's not massively cold. I mean, I'm not losing the feeling in my left hand or anything, like I sometimes do when I do these things in winter. Okay, much bigger car park that is. It's got to be for something. That sign will most likely tell me, so if we have a look and keep walking, we'll soon find out. In case you are new to this channel, because I know I've got a load of new subscribers recently, I do this on occasion. I just go places. I find a place that looks nice, I go there and I explore, just like this. Okay, it's a Catholic boarding school. That explains the car park and the large number of vans, because you know, Catholics and vans, they go together. I'm guessing this is going to be the sign that says we're in Mayfield. And yes, it is. Mayfield, historic village. Couldn't find a founding date, but it looks pretty old from the photos. And as you can tell from the sign over there, we're not far. Alright, let's turn around. So this is roughly, I think, where it begins, because I just passed the car park where my car is. And hopefully this wind doesn't get too high up. Okay. Turns out all these buildings here are part of the boarding school. It's flipping huge. It is. I don't think there are that many Catholics in this country, but apparently there is. The more you know. You can tell, this is the beginning. I'm going to cross over. Always look both ways before crossing people, okay? Always. You never know what might happen. Let's see. Ooh, that's nice. Look at that. That's the sort of thing I came here for. For those interested, on the 7th of February, you have CD Saturday. There's an old house. So I'll go back to normal view. That's better. Garage if you want to buy a car, I think. And that sign's funny because it's called High Street, but it actually is a high street. Flipping out, this is the school as well. Huge. Much more than the places I went to when I was a kid. I can imagine getting lost somewhere that huge. I mean, I had enough trouble navigating around my high school, and that was only a fraction of the size of that thing. Oh look, I just missed a free car park down there. Look at that car down there. Oh well. I've got to do it from this side because if you go up that side you don't really see it down there. And I apologise if the wind is making this hard to listen to, I really do. Hopefully you don't switch off. Please don't switch off and look at another video. Watch this one to the end, please. This is what I came to see. And that's a rare style you don't see a lot. In case you're wondering, XVI means 16. 16th century means built in the 1500s. Never did figure that one out. Let's go back to normal view. There we go. If you do want to come here yourself, the title of the place I'm at is Mayfield. It will be spelt in the title, and it's in East Sussex, so you can't go wrong when it comes to navigating your way around. Yes, I know, I'll be obsessed. I love buildings like that. Very rare you actually see them in that kind of style though. British notice board. I love looking at these things. If you're thinking this high street seems quite chaotic, it is not just you. I noticed this too, and that's one of the reasons I parked where I did. So I thought, I'm not going to park right now, I'm going to get away from this lot. Ooh, that one's slanted. Hopefully it's not slanting anymore. In case you're wondering, I would admit I'm struggling to think to say. Because it's just nice here, you know. Sometimes you don't have much to say. And I did say I was going to separate my travel videos from my mental health videos. So, while we're here, let's look at the church, because no trip to a village is complete without one. Hopefully it's open. And hopefully there's no one inside. One person here got to be quiet.
cushions. If you're new to this, I love these little cushions. Don't know why, but I just love the idea of people making them. I mean, what are you trying to do in that one? Wish I understood religion more. I should point out I'm not religious. I do like religious buildings. I do believe it's January 24th, so it's probably bad luck keeping the Christmas decorations up by now. Oh, this is nice and fancy. As I've said, I'm not particularly religious. I know at least two people watch these videos are. Ooh, cushions there. You can put your name down there. Not bad. Very comfy if you want to come here and pray. Always remember to shut the doors when you visit these places, people. Especially in winter when it's cold. Let's see if we can get some outside shots, shall we? Now, I should point out, again, mostly for those who are new, occasionally I do these things. I go somewhere, I try to make a video of it, and I just look around. I like old places. I love old churches, even if I'm not particularly religious myself. And again, apologies if this wind is making it hard to hear me. I'll be doing what I can in the editing, but I make no guarantees, I'm afraid. But unfortunately, I don't get many opportunities to do things like this, so you gotta take them when you can. I can't admit, those windows don't quite look the same from that side. Yeah. Ooh, this sun goes right back. But you can get some good shots here. Oh boy. Or in my case, footage. And this place is really overgrown. I think it shows just how old some of these gravestones are. Let's have a look. Oh, that's nice. Do you actually see a helicopter? I think it's just lot of a cemetery around here, so I may stop this or turn around in a minute because there's not much else to look at. Unless you want to look at the tennis fields, tennis courts down there. You can just about see if I magnify them closer. See, there they are. Let's head back to the high street, shall we? Now, in case you are wondering, James, you don't say a lot during this video, and the truth is, I don't always. Sometimes I do if I've got something to say, but sometimes I let the views themselves do the talking. Sometimes that's it. Sometimes what you can see will say a lot more than what I can. But this is mostly about me getting out there, you know, getting out my comfort zone. And just doing what I can in my journey of self-improvement. Alright, back to the high street now. Old map. I'm gonna get, that's where we are, right there. That's the church we just looked at. So it goes all the way back there. And obviously that's the boarding school. That is telephone exchange. Memorial, that's where I parked. If you want to come in and park where I parked, you can go in there. Just down there. Right, let's walk on, shall we? Oh, that looks proper fancy, it does. Out my price range. You have to think the property cost you get around a place like this. Really do. That's how you know a place is fancy. Looks like one of those places where everyone trusts each other. Especially as that butcher's didn't actually have a proper door. Which is nice. Just in case you wanted to move around here. Oh, there we go. $2.70 for a place there. Around here, I should say. And we're coming to the end. I shall turn around and walk on the other side. So you can see it from the other side. If you are new, I should also point out that when I see people talking in the street like that, I tend to just put my camera down because, you know, not everybody wants to be recorded. gotta admit, I like this place. One of my favourite things is just to find a place like this and just walk around. It's really nice. One day I hope to find someone to do this with. The outside needs painting. That'd be the first thing I'd do if I lived there. I'd paint that. Nice bright colour, I think. Not too bright, of course, but bright enough to make everyone happy. Anyone who walked past would just see it and instantly think, I feel good now. Five Ashes is part of the same council, but I won't be going there today, because this is just about Mayfield today. I know technically this is the end of it, but let's walk on a little bit, shall we? Have a little explore outside the high street. I wanted to show you a little bit of suburbia while I'm here, because this is not longer the high street, or no longer the high street, what am I saying? It's no longer the high street of Mayfield. This is like the outskirts. I walked down that road you saw me on before, walked down a bit, out up here, and I thought I'd get my camera out again. I thought this might have been Five Ashes, but it turns out Five Ashes, which is part of the thing with Mayfield, is much further down the road, not within walking distance. So I thought this might have been it, but it wasn't. This is still Mayfield, right on the outskirts. But I thought while I'm here, I might as well show you these bits around here too. It's kind of nice. I drove up here just now, or earlier when I drove into Mayfield. This is the road I drove in on. It's nice. Nice big houses. Wouldn't want to live here personally, but I mean some of these places are a bit big for me. I like small and cosy. Personally, that is. Although, if you're going to live somewhere, why not make it here? I mean, there's a train station. I did see signs for a train station just down there, so not as if you're isolated from the entire world around it or anything where you're here. If anything, you're connected to everything pretty much. I mean, you've got Eastbourne and Crowborough nearby if you want to get other stuff. You've got a train station to take you to London, and you get these cool old road signs. I know it says Mayfield half a mile, but this technically is Mayfield 2. Down there, as you can see by the road sign, if I go a bit closer, it's the A267, which we don't really need to go down, because this is it here. I just wanted to show you all the outskirts of this place. How nice and tranquil it is, even with the traffic. Now, if I remember correctly from the map, you can get back up to Mayfield High Street, up here. Provided, of course, it is suitable for walking. I'm hoping it is. Although this thin pavement says no. We are not walking up there. I value my life a bit too much at the moment. And all the time there's another option, I say take the safer one.
Yes, I should point out, I also forgot about Royal Tunbridge Wells being 9 3/4 from here. That could be miles, but being an old sign, it could be furlongs or hands or something silly like that. One of those old units of measurement. Just in case you was wondering where I am now, just outside those houses. There was a few people walking up, so I thought I'd get my camera out. Or should say, back in my pocket, I should say, really, because that's more appropriate or literal to what I was trying to do. Ah, see? That's the sign for the train stations I was on about. It says 21, I don't know. That means, that can't be 21 miles, maybe 21, it can't be 21 minutes by bike, can it? That sign there says station approach. You know what? Let's go have a look. While we're here, I hear something coming. This probably isn't the safest place to cross a road. Okay, nothing that way, nothing either way, so let's go. The sign says station approach, so this could be a train station right here. Or maybe it's a formal one. But we'll find out. Does this telephone box have anything in it? Oh, it's got books in it. Let's have a look. I'm not going to take anything because I'm not local and I don't have anything to replace with, but... Oh, there you go. Can't take anything because I'm not local. The idea of those ones is that you take a book and you bring one back. It'd be equivalent if I actually took one. I mean, if it was something I really wanted, I would have taken it and just... Actually, I've got no real cash on me, so I couldn't even leave a donation. I'll probably have to make a donation to the charity shop back there. I saw if I did. Right, back to what we were saying. This road was called Station Approach. So, let's see if this actually leads to a train station. Okay, you have the Union flag up there and a yellow flag. Don't know what that's meant to be. Might be a sign or something. Don't know what though. It's just plain in yellow. Anyway, this is one of those fancy roads. You can tell not many people walk down it because look at that. I'm pretty certain this is asking for an accident. Hope I'm right about a train station being down here. Otherwise I look a right fool having gone on about it back earlier. Mayfield close. It may not be. I shall return. Now you see that? Station house. You usually see places named like that when there used to be a station there. So I'm beginning to think that there isn't one here. But I shall keep walking and find out. Just seems really misleading to call a place Station Approach if there is no actual station there. I mean, if there used to be one, fair enough, but you should change the name. Otherwise it's just terribly misleading because I'm pretty certain there's no train station here. And this looks like a dead end, so I'm really thinking it isn't. Really am. Okay. Got a light there. That's different. This looks like a dead end. Let's see if there's a little alleyway down there. I'm thinking there isn't because, you know, it's a house. Is there a private alleyway here? Let's find out. No, there isn't. So that was a bit of a dud. Sorry people, thought there might be a train station. All that stuff about there being a train station here, you might want to forget that. Just forget it completely, like I never mentioned it. If I remember, I will put a disclaimer up when I actually talk about it. It's a shame, but it's a nice walk though. And I got a few more steps in, so not too bad. And now back to Mayfield proper. And as I said, I'm back. That is an old church, but there seemed to be something going on inside, so I decided not to bother the people in there. It's a shame because I was hoping to have a look, but I don't like bothering other people, especially if there's like a service or something else going on. I prefer to just leave people to it. I mean, as a non-religious person, I think it'd be kind of rude if I just walked in during the church and just started looking around. I think. Well, in my opinion, that's my opinion anyway. But on with the video. As I said, I'm heading back to Mayfield, sorry, not Mayfair, Mayfield proper. Tennis club over there, it's private. Or rather, members only. Don't know if you can see that on the sign. Just about from here. Now, I know what you're thinking, James. Is this it? And I would say yes. But what if I'm not into this? You'd say. Well, I would say, well, if this isn't your thing, then but that's fair enough, you know. Not everyone is going to like the same thing. But this, for me, is a great day. Just finding a place like this, having a walk around. A sandwich and a bottle of water in my backpack, and I'm ready for everything. I saw that bloke earlier with the dash hounds. Pretty soon I did. I'll turn off anyway. James will return. Pretty soon I had seen that bloke previously when I was walking around. He's probably wondering why I went to, you know, get back there so slow. So he made all that, ran around all that other bit. Pretty soon that was it. That looks like it could be a shop, but it's empty. That's private housing up there. I thought that was, I passed this earlier. You think it's going to be like an old church or an old building you can look around, but no, it's just a private estate. Where the likes of me and you cannot enter. Now what you're saying to me, Jim, is, are you actually enjoying yourself doing this? I'll say, yes, I am. I'm loving this. I absolutely adore doing this. Granted, I wish it wasn't quite as windy. But apart from that, it's a good day. They even make this better if I had someone to enjoy it with. I definitely need to find someone who I can do this with. It'd be so much fun. There's probably some other person out there saying, oh, doing this, thinking, wish I had someone to enjoy this with. Someone I could just walk with. No pressure for conversations or anything like that, and they're totally unaware that I exist. And I'm totally unaware that they exist. This is it. I'm going to have to cross over now, I just realised. As you can see, the pavement just stops ahead of me. Don't know if you can see that in front of you. It just stops and it doesn't carry on. So I'm going to have to wait a moment and carry on. Or cross over, I should say. Yep, this is it. Oh, that looks nice. Actually, let's walk down there and have a quick look. Hopefully it's not too dangerous for me.
Reminds me of Lewis, this bit does. Going down a hill to see stuff, and there's no pavement sometimes. Oh yes, I seem to have found another part of the village. Brilliant. Alright, up there's the high street, I know that. So, let's walk around here for a bit, shall we? And see what's here. Yeah, that's better. In case you're wondering, yes, that does say Particular Baptist Chapel. No idea what a particular one is. I might have to Google it. Okay, there's a bit down there and there's a bit down here. No. Well, I know that hard. Let's walk down here for a bit and see what we see. Because obviously this is where I was originally planning to go before I realised there was no pavement for me to walk on. See that bloke with the dash hands might have walked up here. He might have known that there is pavement just slightly further up. Which explains why I was able to see him where I saw him. But we'll never know. However, this is nice, isn't it? I mean, having to park your car down there is a bit inconvenient, I'd say, but still nice though. Though I like small coats, I do love the idea of living in a house like this. But if you live somewhere around here, I'd say you definitely need a car. Although there is access here, it just seems very... I don't know what's the word. Awkward. Especially when you've got vans like that trying to get through. I'll keep going so he doesn't think I'm recording him. And he's doing it again. It's nice though. Makes for a good walk. And a good video, I think. Though granted, I don't think this is going to be my best ever video, but some of the views will make it worth it, I think. Or in my opinion, they will do anyway. Right. That appears to be where it all ends, so I think I shall turn it around and go back up this way. I shall return. And I'm back. Now behind me is the Particular Baptist church that we saw earlier. So let's head up here. Hopefully we'll see some pavements of some sort soon. I think that might have been someone's house. I thought it was a bookshop. Turns out it just had a lot of books. Is there anything? No. Thought I heard something behind me. So, we're coming to the end of the dangerous bit, so hooray. Just realised that shop there's called So Inspired. Nice little pun. And we're back to the high street. You may remember that bit from earlier. When I recorded, I was talking about something. There's a house I said I would paint the front of. And that's why I went earlier. Let's get going. Once again, I apologise if the wind is causing issues with the audio. Hopefully it doesn't. If it isn't, then you can just ignore this. Oh, okay. I passed this on the other side and I thought, is this a newsagent's or an actual auction house? I thought it was just random stuff outside, but it's not. Those inside are cosy throws for £29.
Are they? No, they're not open. So I was having to look at the books. Oh well. Hi, Dougie. Now he's ignoring me. Get away. There's a cafe with a gift shop. Which does make me very curious. Well, I'm not here to stop at cafes today. I've got things to do. Got videos to make and places to walk. And once again, I'm coming to the end. You may remember me walking past some of these places earlier, if you was paying attention in the early part of the video. So I just wanted to catch that slogan on the side of that van. And the question is, do I chance it, but we're going to cross it, do I cross over? Student traffic, I think I should be safe and walk on the pavement. Next you can see it starts over, so let's cross over. I probably would have been fine walking across there, but I think it's best not to take a chance on those. Ooh, look at that, that's nice. See? You don't see that a lot these days. There's the butchers I walked past there, and the deli. Go on, mate, I think the other side's nicer than the one on, but the side I'm walking on is the nicest of the two sides, I'd say. But if you're walking down one side, you might as well walk back down the other. Look at that. Nice view of the country there. Even it is slightly misty. There's the church you may remember. And there's the charity shop I walked. Oh, didn't know there was a Truffles right there. I wonder how I missed that. Probably too busy looking at the other side. I think it's worth walking down there and having a quick look, don't you? Something about these old areas that just fascinate me. I mean, if it was dark I wouldn't be down here obviously, but during daytime it's pretty cool. Just seeing where it goes to. Ooh. I know what that's for. I like these alleyways. The reason is because there's always history in these alleyways. There's always stuff happening. I don't just mean muggings and stabbings and stuff like that. And there was plenty of that in the olden days too. Maybe more than there is now. But as you can tell, just by looking up there, there was a lot of history built between both sides. And at some point people need to get down here, which is why this alley exists in the first place. I mean, they paved over it and tarmacked it, but yeah, I was here earlier. I think that might be the free car park I should have parked at. Let's have a look. I definitely believe this is the car park I saw advertised earlier. I probably wouldn't be able to park in here, but I parked at the village hall and there was no sign saying I couldn't, so I'm going to choose to believe I'll be okay. But if anything, while we're here, before we finish off the high street, shall we get some views in?
there's the view, everyone. Take it in. Just in front of me is the old post office, which is now Mayfield Wines, a place that does fine wines. If you want the new post office, it's further down. Where is it? I'll do it. It's further down that way in the old auction house. If you remember, I walked past this bit, including that bakery, but I didn't actually realise. Must have just saw the seats. I'm assuming there was a cafe of some sorts. Because you've got those bits down there. I'm walking past them, not that bit. Not that it matters because it's there, and that would not have popped up in the time I was gone. But it is weird. I know I keep saying it, but it's really nice here. See, they've got a 500-year-old inn here. Don't get many of them. I think I said this before, but you don't get many done in this style. Normally it's just straight lines like you get here. It's very rare to actually see like semicircles or full circles in some cases around it there. I wonder how they've done that in those days. I mean, do they bend the wood, or is it just like a really big piece you just cut the bend out of it? Okay, it's the entrance over there. I'm not going to go in today. So I've got food, I've got water. I did say I was going to make this a spend-free day. And I have done. I'm pretty proud of myself for that. I bought 2 bottles of water and a sandwich. And so far, the sandwich is almost gone and I've had half a bottle of water. In case you're wondering, that is the free car park I was on about earlier. So I was down there. Like I said it was. And we are coming to the end, I think. Well, not quite at the end yet, but almost. But it's the end of the high street anyway. Damn, this wind. It's ruining everything. As we are here, I think it might be worth having a quick walk down this road. If it turns out it's ain't there, I'll do what I always do and turn around. Ooh, that's the nice house I saw earlier on. Alright, there's no pavement here, so let's cross. Nothing on there, and that car is not indicating, so I'm going to cross while I can. And it seems to end right there. So I'm thinking there's not a lot to look at. That pathway goes to the school, which I'm not really want to do. So I think this may be the end of the video today. Yeah, I think this is it. So I'm at the end now. Had a nice walk through. Some nice footage. I said a few things. So I might as well end it here, I think. This is it, I'm afraid. So this is it. That was Mayfield, people. Let me know what you think in the comments. Would appreciate your thoughts. I mean,
whether you like it or not isn't going to affect how I do my next trip video, but it'd just be nice to hear your thoughts. Actually, if you know someone who's into walking in places like this, let me know. Might start a little club. Or not. Until next time, people. Bye.